Merry meet, Annie here. This video is kind of a partner to the video that I uploaded regarding questioning whether you consider yourself to be a newbie. I hope that you may declare that you are not so after having viewed that video, if indeed it is a label you gave yourself. A great part of the interaction you have with those online is about how you present yourself. This video, though, I wanted to address what you should expect of others. And by saying that you can expect it of others, I'm also acknowledging that you will not find that everyone will meet your expectations. But I believe you need to hold the people you are in contact with as you seek as a dedicant to a higher standard. Just as I think that I should assume that you have researched and thought and come to a certain place of understanding when you come to ask me a question or watch a video, I think you have a right to expect certain things from me and also from those you would seek to mentor or guide you in any way. There are so many wonderful opportunities to learn of the experiences of others. There are also a lot of opportunities to enter into unhealthy relationships. There's endless advice that can be given to the seeker about your interrelations with those you would ask questions of, challenge, enter into discussions with. Some things just came to mind that I wanted to share that you might keep in mind. Stop and think about whether this is your expectation of those who profess proficiency in any particular practice, who claim certain entitlements, if not titles, in the pagan world, and those who provide a lot of information that may be helpful to you. Here's some things you might keep in mind. Think about what kind of information you want from someone. There is a lot of information available on websites, tons and tons of it here on YouTube, which is very encyclopedic in nature. It's a collection of facts. Is that what you're looking for? You may be. But in addition to that, do you want someone who's put those facts in action in their life, that has an experience to share around it? Something that when you put those facts into practice in your life, you can compare your experience to another's. It's a good place to have a conversation. But don't you think a lot of the information that we run across, someone's just a talking head spouting information at us. There's no opportunity to exchange, and there's really no feeling that they have a passion about it, a devotion about it. A lot of you have a lot of passion about seeking out information. Shouldn't you expect that those who are providing information to you should be equally passionate? What are their personalities like? There's so many people to choose from. There's so many writing styles to choose from in the written form of presenting information. Do you know the person? Do you get a feel for the person? If they're not open about their personality and who they are, what else are they not being open about? Do they welcome questions? Or is their goal strictly personal? Pontification, spouting information, being a talking head, lecturing? If you're looking for that, there's no problem with that. But beware the person who is sharing information that shares it from a place of ego. They're really even not caring where it lands. They just need to say it. Beware the person who will tell you you're not what you say you are. You may not be the definition of any particular label to them. They may have an attitude that, well, you call yourself this, but here's all the reasons why you can't possibly be. Seek out the person who says, the most important thing isn't whether I agree with what you call yourself. Let's talk about what we have in common. And we can also then learn from the things we do not have in common. Don't let someone else tell you what you are or are not. Don't seek out one mentor. Even if you had the opportunity, like I did in a traditional structure, to have one person who was the most responsible, who in the end became the person who initiated me, everyone else in my circle was responsible for me, cared about me, shared their insights, and they didn't always match my teachers. Beware gluing yourself to any one of us as the person you think knows it, because it's simply not true. You have the good fortune to be online, where you can collect written sources and websites, read people's blogs and journals, and you have so many people here on YouTube to view, be inspired by, be challenged by. Let yourself be inspired by many sources and many people. If you enter into a conversation, and this would qualify whether you are in a conversation with another dedicant who is learning and new to the experience and trying new things and asking the same questions you are. You could be in a conversation with them, or you could be in a conversation with someone who professes to be a mentor or an elder. Is the conversation two-way? Do you feel comfortable to ask anything you need to ask? Does the other person listen to you? Ask questions in return. Have you noticed how the people you choose to spend your time with, reading or watching, have you noticed how they relate to other people? If they're lacking in that interpersonal skill, more than likely they're not going to end up being in a really healthy relationship with you. More than likely your exchanges with them are going to end up reflecting that they don't have social skills. Perhaps they have an inflated opinion of themselves or a deflated opinion of you. Beware. The person who is not socially mature when it comes to entering conversations which are critical and important to your spiritual growth. Is any particular person that you look at who inspires you, that you would seek guidance from, are they guiding you or are they telling you? Anyone with the emotional and spiritual maturity to be a mentor in any way will want to see you grow your relationship with the divine and your personal practice. And it will not be by them telling you what to do. What it comes down to is you can't expect someone else to make it happen for you. And they cannot expect to be the one who makes it happen for you. Use your time wisely. Just as any emotionally and spiritually mature mentor has expectations of you, that you have thought things out and tried things and asked questions and have done a lot of work on your own, that you're not looking for somebody else to be your answer. You have the right to expect certain things from those you choose to mentor you in any way. Watching every video or reading every website on a subject is a waste of your time and your life. Determining what brings value to you, where you are treated in word or deed as a peer, a fellow seeker, and a dedicant to the old ways, that's the relationship you need to demand. I wrote a blog not long ago, and I'll link to that below. You may have already seen it if you saw my first video on the newbie. And in that blog, I mentioned the dangers of pomposity, attitude on behalf of both the seeker and the mentor. I mentioned the dangers of the mentor who simply wants to tell you in precise terms what you should believe and what you should do. And the complementary danger to that is the seeker who is looking for somebody to be that for them. Neither the seeker nor the mentor grows in that kind of relationship. My advice is that you enter into exchanges with those you see as offering you wisdom or experience that might be valuable to you as a peer, that you demand things from yourself in that relationship, and also that you demand things from them. I wish you mirth and reverence. Merry part.